Welcome to Gospel Powered. This is Charlie, and we're going through this series, What Jesus Says is True or There Is No Truth, to see what Jesus says about worldview and how it is that we know things and experience in this world. Now, we're going to look at Matthew 10, 26 to 33 today, and it says this: "So have no fear of them, for nothing is covered that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. What I tell you in the dark, say in the light, and what you hear whispered, proclaim on the housetops. And do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny, and not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father? But even the hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore. You are of more value than many sparrows. So everyone who acknowledges me before men, I also will acknowledge before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I will deny before my Father who is in heaven." And so Jesus in this passage is going to lay out that there is physical death, but there is a judgment that comes after physical death. So do not fear those who are persecuting you for repeating what I have said. This is clear in what Jesus is saying. What I say in secret, proclaim, and do not fear those who will come after you. They can only kill the body, so don't fear them. They can only destroy what is physical. They have no authority in the final judgment. So don't fear them. There is someone you should fear. Fear him who destroys body and soul in hell. The Father does this based on who the Son acknowledges and does not acknowledge before the Father. So if the Son acknowledges you before the Father, then no, this judgment will not come upon you. If he does not acknowledge you before the Father, then yes, this judgment will come upon you. So how do you know whether the Son will acknowledge you before the Father? Those who are acknowledged before God the Father by the Son of God are those who acknowledge the Son of God on earth by repeating in public what Jesus has said. Jesus makes it clear. Don't fear them who can destroy the body but can't destroy the body and soul in hell. Repeat what I have said. Announce it. If I said it in the dark, then tell everybody in the light. If it was done in secret, proclaim it in public. Do not be afraid of what I have said. And so what Jesus says is true, or there is no truth. And what Jesus says is, declare what I say boldly and clearly into the marketplace, into wherever that you are, and that will allow you to escape the judgment that is coming after death. Jesus affirms judgment after physical death. The Father will judge based on what a person has done with Jesus. And so therefore, speak Jesus' words after him. In other words, say what Jesus says about his coming as Savior. And what Jesus says is true, or there is no truth. Again, put this together. Jesus is telling you the truth and developing a worldview by which you ought to understand the world, and he puts the gospel in the center of that worldview. What you say about Jesus as the Son of God, who is Savior of mankind from their sin, it is based on whether you believe Jesus or not. And so if you believe Jesus, you will proclaim what Jesus proclaimed into the public, into the marketplace, into your workspace, into the schools. And if you are not afraid to acknowledge Jesus before men, Jesus will acknowledge you before the Father. And that acknowledgement, based on his work in the gospel, will allow you to escape the punishment you deserve by Him taking it for you. And so again, what Jesus says is true, or there is no truth. The worldview Jesus lays down, we must live by. And that includes a judgment after death. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.